Hey guys, what is going on? I am Alpha, coming back at you guys with a brand new video. Hope you guys do enjoy it. Please be sure to smack a like on the video. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. Bill Gates will sue you guys for $1.17 billion. Yeah, that's right. You know, I hit up Bill Gates, my man, on speed dial, and he was like, hey Alpha, if nobody likes your guys' video, then I think that they should get sued. So, yeah. If you guys do not want to get sued, please be sure to smack a like on the video. Also, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. You know, it really means a lot to me when you guys can do that. So, let's just get into the story. I'm going to be talking about the time that I was basically chased by a crazy old guy on Halloween. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting one, so stay tuned. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so for Halloween, I was out with a couple of friends freshman year, right? So, I was with 4 people, including myself. So, we had 3 other people. One, we're going to call him Alex, for the sake of the story, because I don't want to share his real name, and you guys don't need to know it. The other 2 people, they're not really as important, because, I mean, I'm not going to be mentioning them too much. I'm going to be mentioning my friend Alex. So, yeah, I'm just going to call one person Person A and the other person Person B. Alright, that's just about as much detail as I'm going to go into, okay? So, Halloween, me and some other friends decided, hey, let's go trick-or-treating in Alex's neighborhood, because, you know, the other 2 neighborhoods of, like, my other 2 friends, you know, they're not bad neighborhoods, but they're definitely not as cool as Alex's, and my neighborhood was no better than theirs either. Like, these were all people that had, like, 2-bedroom houses, alright? And don't get me wrong, 2 bedrooms is a lot of bedrooms to support for yourself, but these are people that have 5 to 6-bedroom houses, just casually in this neighborhood. So, of course, we were going to go to the kid who has a lot more money in that neighborhood, because that obviously means king-size candy bars left and right. So, obviously, you know, your boy Alpha over here, he's got to get all of the big Reese's and Hershey's, because he is just one chubby bunny, right? So, I end up going there with them. I was wearing a black morph suit, which counts as a costume, I guess, especially if you put your own clothes over it, because that means I am a shadow or something like that. That's basically what my excuse was. And I decided to go with, you know, these people, and we're just going around his neighborhood casually, right? I ended up getting a lot of candy because, of course, who's not going to give candy to somebody who's wearing an awesome costume like mine at the time? Hint of advice right there. For everybody going trick-or-treating, I definitely recommend getting a costume because, surprisingly, people will not just give teenagers candy if they show up in their gym clothes. So, yeah, remember that when you guys go trick-or-treating. So, you know, we were all going around the houses. We were just going everywhere in this big subdivision, right? Like, you could easily get lost here because there were just that many houses. There was just that many streets and turns in it. Like, it was pretty big. So, we end up going around, and we eventually find this one cul-de-sac, right? It was like a newer cul-de-sac because houses were being built around it and built in it. So, of course, you know, we're going to see if people are down there, if we can get some extra candy if possible. Obviously, you know, main goal of Halloween is to get a lot of candy, so we took any place we really could. We ended up going down here, and we found this one really big house, which had a red car in it, alright? That's important for later in the story, so keep that in mind. And there was also some other houses there, and they were pretty big. So we ended up going around to a couple of the houses. We get candy, obviously, and then we go up to the big house with the red car, okay? So we ring on the doorbell. We say trick or treat, obviously, because, you know, even though we're punk teenagers, we're obviously going to pretend to be really nice so we can get free candy. So we ring on the guy's doorbell, you know, ding dong, and the guy comes to the door saying that he doesn't have any candy for anybody, which that kind of annoyed us, obviously, you know? Like, all these people had candy. You knew that it's Halloween, so you should know that people are going to be asking for candy, and this guy decides to just not have any candy for anybody. So, of course, all of us being mad thought, let's try to get this guy back. So after about 30 minutes of getting more candy, we go back toward this cul-de-sac, and we ring on the guy's doorbell, right? You know, pretty harmless ding-dong ditching. So Alex rings on the doorbell, and we all just book, right? Because we are not trying to get this man to start hollering at us for the fact that we ding-dong ditched him or whatever, and we don't want to deal with him again. So, obviously, we're going to run. So we keep on running. Eventually, you know, we leave. We don't really see him, but obviously, I'm sure he's not too happy. You know, who loves getting ding-dong ditched on Halloween? It's not really a fun experience, so we end up just going around. We end up doing our own thing, and eventually we had come back toward this cul-de-sac. You know, it was just on the route to my friend's house, and we just kind of took that route. So we found the cul-de-sac again. So, of course, we were thinking, let's do it again, you know? The guy got super pissed off the first time, so let's make him super pissed off again, which was a great idea, you know? If somebody's kicked down, you should just sit there and kick them down more, you know? Some great life advice from my friends back at that time. So, we end up deciding to ding-dong ditch this guy's house again. This time it wasn't me or Alex, it was one of the other kids. We're just gonna call him Kid A for the story, right? So Kid A rings the doorbell and we all start running. And, you know, it's a pretty empty area, I would say, you know? There weren't really many kids going around, there wasn't really many cars going around, so you could really hear a lot from far away. And one thing that we heard was the sound of a little click from the door unlocking, you know? Which means that we think he's opening the door to see who's there. But no, we were wrong. This man starts full on sprinting. He's booking it straight out of his house, okay? This man was like full on, like, he is doing the running back stuff, you know? He's trying to go out there. This man is about to get the touchdown of his life, but he has to chase some children to get there. So he is like full on sprinting Usain Bolt style. And all of us are terrified, all right? Kid B, he's unfortunately a huskier kid, you know, he's a little heftier, but he's not as fast. So he's the one who ends up getting caught in all of this. So this old guy, keep in mind, this man is like, I would say around late 40s, mid 50s, somewhere in between that general area. He was not very happy at all. So this man ends up grabbing my friend, and all we hear is shouting from behind us, all right? It's like a little bit of both. We don't really know what's going on, but me and Alex end up splitting off left. The other kid, Kid A, he just sprints off to the right. We just full on leave our friend behind, which is terrible, all right? You know, we should not do that in that kind of circumstance. We should have gone back and just started hollering at this man, but we didn't. Our first idea was, let's let our friend die. So me and Alex are like deathly terrified. Him and I are running through a cornfield to stay away from this man because we were assuming that his old brittle bones would break on the corn stalks. So we end up running through this giant place. I end up tripping over a rock, which kind of sucked, and that also kind of contributes to what happens later. But I am in pain at this point, okay? So I'm just like running through now, still limping because of how much pain I'm in from this rock. And then I've got my friend there who's also running. He's doing what he can. So we end up making it to another part of his subdivision, and we're just trying to walk back home now. At this point, we assumed, wow, old man killed our friend. That's pretty morbid. You know, we had the little fake funeral, like, oh, yeah, rest in peace, person B. You know, he was a really great guy. You know, you gotta love Extra 17, right? You know, in any movie casting, that's my favorite character, is Extra number 17. So we end up just walking back, and we eventually find Kid A. So we end up meeting up with him. We ask him, hey, do you know what happened? You know, did you see anything? And he's basically telling us the same thing that we were thinking, which was nobody knows anything, and we are all terrified for our friend. So we decide, hey, you know what? Screw it, he's dead. Let's just have a party in his honor at my friend's house. So we start walking back on our way toward his house, and eventually we do find person B, you know. Somehow this man is not chopped up into a million pieces in a crazy man's basement, but no, this man is still walking with us, all right? So we find him, and we ask him to tell us what happened. He basically says, yeah, the crazy guy grabbed me, he starts hollering at me about, oh, how dare we do this to his house and all this. And our friend is like, get your hands off of me, you creepy old man, I'll call the cops on you, because we are all like 14 at the time, okay? So it looks a little suspicious when you have this mid to 50-year-old man grabbing a little kid, all right? So we start walking back toward our friend's house. You know, we're talking, we're laughing at this point, though, because it's, like, pretty funny, you know? Eventually, though, we start walking through, and there's some car with high beams on, right? You know, it's kind of a jerk car. It's a red car. That, you know, that should be, like, a little familiar to us. And it's just light out enough to the point where we can see the driver's face. And you guys can just take a wild guess on who this person was, all right? 3, 2, 1. Yep, it was the crazy old guy who we just ding-dong ditched. So now we have him following us. And I'm limping in pain, and all of my friends are sore because we've been out here for about 3 to 4 hours at this point. We're all terrified, and we don't want this man chasing us, so our first reaction is to split up and we all end up running off in different directions so he can't get us. And keep in mind, I'm still limping in pain. I ended up hopping a fence while my leg was still like bruised or whatever it was at this point. I couldn't see it because I couldn't see through the morph suit that I was wearing, but I was in massive pain. So I'm like hopping fences. I have my friends going through trees. One guy basically tried running through a house, but that didn't really work out so well. So we just opened the gate to some neighbor that he knew, and he ends up going through the back. And we're all like Assassin's Creed style, trying to sneak our way through and trying to get to our friend's house, you know? Objective, get to homie's house, you know? So eventually, though, we do end up all meeting up around the same time, which is pretty odd, you know? We all took different routes. We all got the same result, though, so that was pretty cool. But we do eventually find his house. And we're all, like, going through the dark, shadowy areas. We are all going the back roads. Like, we ended up going in my friend's back door just because we were that terrified of this man following us to our friend's house. So we eventually, like, get to his house. We get in, and I get an ice pack for my leg, which was, like, burning in pain at this point. Like, I was barely able to walk, and that sucked so bad. So eventually, though, we end up going upstairs, and my friend, you know, he's obviously in the rich kid neighborhood. He has a rich house. You know, he's got like the 7-bedroom looking house, and there is this really big glass window that you pass when you go up the stairs. So as we're going up the stairs, we see the guy's car still, okay? He still has the high beams on, and we see him just slowly driving through. At this point, we thought we saw him get in the house with us. We were this terrified, but no, he just like slowly drives through, and he just keeps on doing his thing, which was the most terrifying thing ever, okay? I thought he saw us through the window and was ready to park his car in our friend's driveway just so we can kick down the door and make us all disappear. So we end up getting all upstairs, and, you know, by the end of the night, we have a ton of candy. My friend ended up dropping one of them, because, you know, who wouldn't drop their candy when they're terrified of some crazy guy, right? So we end up all getting a lot of candy, though, and we all ended up just playing Fortnite for the rest of the night at my friend's house. You know, that was when Fortnite was popular. Do not play Fortnite, guys. So that was what happened freshman year Halloween with me. I really hope that you guys do enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever gameplay was up. It's going to be from one of a couple people. It's either going to be from my friend Zach, aka Masterfall. It's probably going to be from my friend Nick, aka ErrorMac. Or it's probably going to be from my friend Jordan, aka Freaky Gods. You guys all know him. You guys know all of them, obviously. Except Masterfall, who is a really good friend of mine. He's trying to start up a YouTube channel, so links to all of them in the description. Please go subscribe to all of them. They are some amazing people, and they're all going to be trying to make some amazing content in the future. It means a lot to me when you guys subscribe to them. And it also means a lot if you guys subscribe to me. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, share the video with a friend, and that has been it. Next video will come out when we hit 10 likes. Yeah. So if this video gets to 10 likes, I will tell another story. I'm not going to tell you guys a story because that's kind of what makes them really interesting, is you guys not knowing what to expect. So yeah, 10 likes, next video's out. But until then, I will see you guys all eventually. Peace out.